Hello, I am Uchunko Kawera, and this is Dada STEM. STEM is one of the fields that has been and is still male dominated. What are some of the challenges that women face that hinder them from joining these spaces? Join me today in having a conversation with two beautiful sisters as we discuss about these challenges and learn more about them. Karibuni sana.
Asante sana.
So tell us about yourselves. We can start with you. Anne.
Okay, my name is Annkelsy Kathomi Nyaga. I am a second year student in JQuat. I study Geomatic engineering and GIS, and I am also passionate about art and creatives and being able to balance and being able to do the things you do and also incorporate other things all at once. Yes, I am also the host of a podcast by the name Dear Creative Me, and yes, that's it.
Hi, and Christine, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Kawera. It is an honor to be here. My name is Christine Nyaga. I am a master's student at Kenyatta University studying plant breeding, and I am also a research associate focusing in plant breeding at CIMIT Kenya. So my focus has always been in plant breeding because of the way we face hunger and food crisis problems in Kenya. So it fascinated me to join in plant breeding. So that is me, and thank you.
Okay, did you growing up ever get to you in mind like this is the field that I wanted to join in?
Okay. Yes. So yes. When I was young, I had a passion in sciences. So I knew that growing up, I would like to be an engineer. I would like to go in that way, but I also knew that I did not want to do engineering only. So I had other things that I love. So when growing up, I actually knew that this is the path that I would take, and I focused on it.
So ever since you're small, this is what you wanted.
Yes.
And when the teacher asked in class, what do you want to be?
I was like, yes, I want to be an engineer. And inspiring the rest of the people in the class, and they're like, okay, she knows what she wants.
Yeah. So you had that ever since you were small.
Yes, I had.
That's nice. And you, Christine?
Okay, in terms of agriculture, no, but I've always wanted to be a scientist. I just didn't know that it's a reality thing in the modern day. I always thought scientists were in the 19th century. But as I joined campus, I realized, so they are still scientists. And actually wanted to do computer science, but I found myself in agriculture. And I want to say that agriculture is very fascinating, and there is new tools and new technologies that you can apply in agriculture, and that is really fascinating.
And going back some years back, and you told to choose between this and the computer science that you wanted. If today you go back, would you still continue with the agriculture, or you change your mind?
Going back, I would choose agriculture because growing up, agriculture, we only knew that it is just going to the field, farming. That was the agriculture in high school. But once you join campus, go to research institutions, you find out that there is really much more going on and really attractive things that I would have missed if I went to the computer science. Yeah, because even in agriculture, we use computers to analyze these data and come up with really nice discoveries in agriculture. Yeah, and I'm happy to apply the technologies in agriculture.
Yes. Right. Okay, and you said something about Geomatic. Yes. So tell us about that.
Okay, geomatic engineering in GIS is basically just two parts. It has two parts in it. It has geomatic engineering and also GIS.
Mm-hmm.
So geomatic engineering is more of land surveying, the people you call when you want them to like do shamba stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is land surveying and mapping it out and on the ground. And also GIS. Now GIS is like the process like of collecting data, various types of data, but now relating it in the geographical way. Like for example, if a company like Shell wants to open new branches somewhere, they'll have to need like the GIS kind of data to analyze so that they can know which are the places they should put and which what the people there in the market. Yes.
Okay, now I have some hint about that. So, Christine, tell us more about plant breeding.
Okay, the other name for plant breeding is improvement. So you can call it crop improvement. So in layman terms, plant breeding is improving plants to be able to withstand the certain stresses that they encounter while they are growing. So there is maybe drought. You've had drought in the west Ukambani and the northeastern. So our job is to get inside the plant and understand their genetics and be able to come up with a plant that is able to grow and produce while in the drought areas, so that the people cannot face hunger and undernourishment. Yeah, so even plant diseases, those kind of things. Yeah.
Wow, that's so amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like,
she's such an inspiration. Having her as a big sister, she's leading me to the things that I want and making me feel like I can actually get to them.
Yeah,
it's really good to have a sister like her.
So she's been a big influence.
A very big influence in my life.
Wow. Everybody needs a big sister like this.
Everybody, get yourself one.
Okay, and what are some of the challenges that you think women and girls face that they are really not able to join these spaces?
Okay. You start. Okay, fine. I'll start. So I think most of the some of the challenges that someone would face, a lady would face when trying to get into STEM is like you have no one to support you. The way I say that she's here, she has shown me that it's possible to actually do it. So you feel put in a position where my dad was a teacher, so if I go on into doing other stuff that I don't want to do, but there's someone there who has done it, it's actually possible. So we lack people who have made it in like show you that this is possible. So you actually lose the morale to actually get into it and be the first one. Yeah. And another thing I would say that someone would face is like fear. Fear is something like it's awful. Fear makes you look at the things that you cannot do. Fear makes you feel like things are not possible. It actually makes you think and rethink and think stuff. And the moment you start going into your thoughts, you find out that you need to actually separate your thoughts from reality, because your thoughts and your reality are two different things. So once you come into terms that these are your thoughts, these are your thoughts, they're telling you fear, don't go into it, and this other one is telling you that actually the reality, people are making it out here. So I just think that challenge can actually be faced by you have identified your thoughts and you've actually identified the reality. Yes.
So my main challenge in research, I call it research, it's research science, is that it is really male dominated. You see, once you go to applying to a job, you will always find that they're saying, I need a male, I need a man. I cannot do with a woman because it is really demanding, and maybe she could get pregnant, maybe she could just get a child, and then she would need leave to go, those kind of things. So it can be really challenging. So at times you find that you will need to hold on your life for a bit until you're stable, so that you can be the same level with the men. So that is my main challenge that I faced in research. And another one is that research is also very demanding in terms of finance. You cannot do it alone. You have to do it in research centers. As research centers, we source for funding from donors. So once there is a new disease, we write proposals, and then the donors come. So at times the donors might decide to, and then there's shortage of. Yeah, so that is another big problem that I faced in research.
And where you talked about the male gender having to look at you like you cannot do this. Have you ever been in a situation where you have to work extra harder, or you have to do something extra for you to be able to receive the same level of recognition or the same level of respect compared to your male counterpart?
Yeah, I found myself in such situations whereby for the male while applying for the job, the people, the committee, they said they really need a man because a man can go to the field, a man can do this and that. So you just have to be really vigilant. You have to just hold on your life. Maybe you wanted children, but you have to hold on so that you can be at the same level with the male counterpart.
Yeah. And that brings in the idea of unconscious bias, where you're applying for the same thing with a man, and they're like, wewe hautaweza, simply because you're a lady and you've both studied, you've both undergone the same years of experience, but it's the biasness where, and it's just so automatic, it just comes. Yeah, you just find yourself
being left.
Yeah. Wow. So there are so many challenges that we undergo as women. And unlike Anne here, who had you to guide her, did you have mentors on your way?
Yeah, I had male mentors.
Wow.
I have one. I was looking for a course to do for my masters. So I was torn between a few courses in crop sciences, but he was doing plant breeding, and he encouraged me. This is the way. This is what happens. So I followed it, and I really found out that is where I fit in. And while at Summit, I also have mentors who are in plant breeding. Most of them are in plant breeding because I like to have mentors in the path where I am going. Yeah, and they are really amazing.
For you guys, it's so nice to understand that you really didn't lack mentors, unlike so many girls out here who are in these spaces, but some are even confused. They don't know if they go to class for the first year, the second year, and they're like, do I really need to be here? And they don't have someone to guide them along.
Actually, it was from our father. Our father was a counselor and a teacher in science. Yeah, he was doing agriculture and biology.
Wow.
Yeah, so he always encouraged us, before you leave this home, make sure you have studied and followed your path, and before you start your own life, with a family. He encouraged us. So most of it came from him.
Yeah, and also our mom, yeah, she did food science, so she was always on our backs together with. Oh yes, and she was also a teacher. She did home science, geography, and mathematics.
So she took geography and mathematics. I also love mathematics, but I also have agriculture.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. And I hope for the parents out there, you can do actually what the parents of these two sisters did, guiding them, asking your children to follow their paths and their passion. And yeah, I think if we have someone to support us, then we are able to move.
Yes.
And have you ever been faced harassment in your fields, in your careers?
Okay, no. Harassment, not me personally, but I know ladies who have faced harassment, especially in campus, whereby just a teacher, lecturer, decides that will not give you marks unless you give me something. Yeah, so the student really had to wait for the teacher for the next semester because it was given to someone else. So she repeated, even though she was good at it, she had to repeat it.
Wow.
So
And are these cases reported?
yeah, they are reported, but I can't say much is done. Yeah, so there is, I think, bribing.
Okay. Okay, so and what are your goals in this field? What are your goals?
Okay, let me start. My main goal, personally, is to be a renowned research scientist. I want to make a difference in research science and focusing in sub-Saharan Africa. I can't just say Kenya. Research is all over. Whatever we do here, we have to do in Tanzania and the neighboring countries. So I want to see a day whereby the small-scale farmers, because in sub-Saharan Africa, most of our farmers are just small-scale. You find a small piece of land. It's not like in the developed countries. So I want a day whereby these people can be able to go without hunger, without this crisis, and be able to be at par with those people in the developed countries. So I want to pursue my PhD in the developed countries.
Wow.
Yes, and I'll be able to bring what the technologies that they are doing in my country. You see? And I believe that is possible. We really have very few women in agriculture, especially also in science. They are very, very few. And I respect every woman I find in research science because it's not easy. Yeah, so my personal goal is to, once I finish my master's, I enroll for the PhD and do the postdoc so that I can be a full research scientist and start doing research. Yeah.
That's amazing. And what about you guys?
This question is a bit hard for me because at the moment I'm still in second year. I've not reached a point where I know I want to divide my course and go this way and this way, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning which one fits me, but I have always found myself being in the kind of going into cartography or even into engineering survey. So like making of roads and drawing this pattern and everything and mapping. But generally that's it. I am still in second year. I still have 3 years to go. Yeah, this journey, it doesn't end here. Yes, even though I choose a path which I will eventually choose come third year and actually decide, I'm going to need some help, someone to direct me, someone to tell me that this take this road instead of this road, because I have seen people who have taken this road and have not really come out the way they were meant to be. So yeah, I have not really found exactly what I want.
It's okay. And do you think we'll ever achieve gender balance in STEM?
Well, I believe that we could. We might not, but that's entirely on us. If you right here, you're doing a good job, by the way. You're inspiring somebody else to get into it. And the more you speak out, like the way you're doing, it kind of raises awareness to people out there that we actually need balance in this thing. Because, and I think it's just up to us to make that happen. Yeah, if we want to happen.
And Christine, do you think we'll ever achieve this gender balance in STEM?
I believe that every challenge is an opportunity for greater things. You see the cup half full. Okay? So I believe gender balance will be achieved if we continue doing the good things that we are doing right now, because this is very admirable. So if the younger girls who are in high school would the pregnancies, the early pregnancies would just be minimized. These children, I believe, they are very intelligent
and they have potential.
Yeah, and I know most of them they are really into STEM. If they would be mentored well by the women already in STEM, and then they would be given more opportunities, because most of them just end up like that because they don't have enough finances. If there is really enough support from the grassroots, there is really a lot that can be changed, and great things can happen in STEM, and especially in gender balances, and also in the careers. While working, if these biases would be changed, I believe that great things can happen.
Like these days, I can see kids being taught about STEM. Kids are coding, kids are building stuff, and like us when we were young, finding kids doing that, it was really, I don't know, even very few used computers when we were young, but now, I think as time goes by, we can really be able to achieve this.
Yes, we can.
And when you guys are not busy, what do you love to do?
Please.
Okay, I am really into fitness.
Oh, she is.
Wow.
She is. I cannot stress this enough. She is.
I believe that you should be strong, not only mentally, but also physically, really strong. Especially you come meet a guy who wants to demean you. You can really challenge him with all aspects, spiritually and everything. Yeah, so I'm into fitness, and I'm also into art. Okay, the viewers cannot see, but I drew that.
Wow.
Yeah, I drew that.
You
So-
can send me.
Yeah, go get it.
Yes.
Wow, that's so amazing.
Thank you.
This is it. I hope they can see.
You drew this?
Yeah.
She did. This is our mom.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I want one for myself.
You'll see me.
I see you after this.
Yes.
So how much does that cost?
Okay, for a painting that size, I have to print it. Printing this one is 2,000.
Okay.
And then the cost for doing this is also at 2,000. So 4,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Thank you. And aside from art, we are also into natural hair.
Oh yes,
We usually style ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
boy. You did this at the salon?
No, I did it myself.
No, we don't go to salon.
Nah.
People used to have to do things for yourself. So even this one I styled myself. She styles herself.
You girls are talented.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
And me. Okay. Well, I love art. I love basically everything that includes art, apart from culinary arts. Anything that is cooking is not really my thing. So when it comes to art, everything that concerns art, I love drawing. She taught me how to.
Wow.
She had to, because I was always like, nifunze. But then that attitude is really good. If you find someone there and you're like, you want to know how they do, just be like, be persistent, and they'll eventually help you. So I like to draw, I like to paint, but I don't do that so much. I also like to create like posters and graphic design, which I have not gotten to the point I want to get to, but I'm working towards it. I also love photography. I haven't got myself a camera, but I use my phone. I love photography. I love the editing, and everything. And then after you've just worked on it, and you're like, oh, looks good. Yes, I also love acting. I love the theater and arts, theater arts. I have not really pursued that, but I am planning on doing that.
She's pursued it.
She's pursued it.
Yes, and I also love music.
Wow.
I love music. I love music. I think music should be loved by everyone. Whatever genre of music that is out there, you don't have to say that. No, you just you have to have an open mind. Listen to it. If you don't like it, that's okay. Someone else loves it. So don't close your doors on genres of music, because no. Just be open to it. I play violin.
Wow.
Viewers, if you need someone to play a violin at your wedding, she's here.
Wow.
I am here. So I play the violin, and also I host a podcast by the name Dear Creative Me. So what I seek to do is I seek to inspire creators like me who have probably you have a YouTube channel, you have a couple of videos, and then you reach a point and they're like, this is hard, I'm going to quit. So I'm the person that keeps you there. I'm the person that comes up with topics like my latest episode was about comparison, the thief of joy. So I had a guest by the name Keegan Debbie, and so we talked about how she started her YouTube channel and how she reached to a point where she was like, I'm going to give up. So she gave up for 5 months, and then she came back and talked about that the whole silence was like a silent cry for help. So we talked about it and reached people out there who also had YouTube channels, who also gave up and who also felt like that. So, they went back and they were like, I'm doing this thing. And the whole thing about somebody coming to you and telling you I really listened to it and I was so inspired, so I am going to do it, what I was doing. So I don't like people giving up on things before they actually flourish. I want to keep you there, to help you see what you've started and have a vision and not lose sight of the vision, because it's actually very important. Yes.
So that's so amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, and to everyone, kindly listen to the podcast, Dear Creative Me.
Yes.
Yeah, she has amazing stuff there. I saw her page, her Instagram. She's doing amazing.
Thank you so much.
You can share your Instagram page and other social media.
Okay, you can find me at my main account is Annkelsy.Nyaga, and my podcast account is Dear Creative Me. Is it a dot or underscore? I don't know. Well, something. When you type Dear Creative Me, it will just come. I don't know, dot or underscore, then podcast. Yes. And then also, not really so many places, but I recently joined Twitter, and you can just search at Kelsey Nyaga. Find me. Yes. I am also working to start up a YouTube channel, but everything has its time. In good time, Yes.
The right time.
The right time.
That's so amazing. I hope everyone can listen to that. And to every creative out here, you can follow Anne, and you'll be amazed at what she does.
Okay. In line with what we do in our free time, I want to say we also bake.
Oh yes.
I had a taste of their cake. Oh God, it was amazing. I had a taste of their cake when I got here, and
we have really amazing designs. If you want a wedding cake or a birthday cake or a baby shower, the designs are amazing.
Amazing,
Courtesy of our mom.
Wow.
So these cakes they're really amazing. Like you want a camera for your cake? Sure, come to us. Yes, you want a truck. You want a truck? That's it. That's your thing. If you want a phone, if you want whatever you want, just come. We mold it for you. We make it possible. And you see your cake. You love your cake. You enjoy your day.
Wow, you guys are amazing. You are super talented.
Thank you.
So, do you have a platform where maybe you upload your cakes for everyone?
Yes.
To see, and maybe
you can find us on Instagram, Freedom Cake House, and also if you do Facebook, Freedom Bakers. What's the difference?
And they have amazing cakes. That I can assure you. Let's continue. So, given a chance to have dinner with 3 ladies, who would you have dinner with?
Okay, I would have the first person, the very top person, Michelle Obama.
Amazing.
Michelle Obama is born in January. She is also an INTJ, I think. I really admire her spirit, her vigilance. And you see, women, we are really good influencers.
Yeah.
We are really nice influencers. And from the moment, from starting from Eve, I love that thing about her. I love how she supported the dream of her husband. Yeah, it's, you see, the time that they met her former lover, and this her husband was like, if you would not have married me, you would be the wife of a dining this person serving us. But she was like, this one would be the if I would have married.
Oh yeah, this one would be the president,
and you would be the dining. See, I love that. And the other person is the person called Wangari Maathai.
Oh yes.
Wangari Maathai.
Yes. I would love to have a Nobel Prize. I love how she was vigilant. You see how she spoke about trees. She was very passionate about what she did. I love that. And then the other person is in plant breeding. I look up to Jane Wangai. She's in plant breeding. She's the only breeder I found in Simit as a female doing plant breeding. And I really, she retired. I still look up to her. And I hope to fill that gap.
Okay. And so for me, it was really hard choosing these 3 because they are people I look up to out there because of different things. But then I have narrowed down to these 3 because I really feel like I am similar to them in a certain way. So the first person I would sit down for have a dinner with is Adele Onyango. Yes, I really love that the fact that she actually got out of her shell in radio and actually decided that she wants to start a podcast. So, the whole idea of podcast might have come from her. I'm not saying it did, but it might. It might. So I'm really amazed that she also has a non-profit organization. Yeah, and it really inspired me, and I really love to talk to her about it, get to know her and how she's like. Yes, and the second person I would sit with is Oprah Winfrey.
Wow.
Yes. Like every time she talks, she just like she makes me feel like that thing that you have you want to pursue. Why are you not going to it? What's making you stop? Yes. Okay. I'm a very bubbly person.
Yes, I
Yes, I'm very bubbly. And I also would, like she has climbed, she has reached where she wanted to be, and then she was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Let me start something else. And then she started this TV show. No, she has a TV show, and then she started like what's this called? On Oprah Winfrey and something. Okay, so the other person I would sit with is Tasha Cobbs.
I was wondering.
Most of the times when anyone sees me, they're like, I see you. I Tasha Cobbs. Yeah. So I sing as well. Yes, and I have made a few covers, but when I start the YouTube channel, maybe I will upload them there. So when she sings, she likes, I feel like I'm the one singing. I don't know how to explain it, but the way she does her things kind of reflects me when I look at her. So if I would have a chance, I would sit with her too, and I would talk stuff with her. How you reached this point and how you felt and how the things that led you to do this and this. Yes, and that's it.
I could say that she's her doppelganger. The way they dress, the way they sing,
Yeah.
everything they keep, it's just the same. They have the same style. Yeah.
We actually do. The only difference is that she's actually introverted. I'm extroverted.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like the difference.
Okay, you guys want to sit with amazing people.
Thank you.
Okay, what would you tell about a girl out there or a lady who wants to join this space, or they're in this space and they're not sure about it? What would you tell such girls?
Okay. So I will tell that girl that it is possible. Your dream is valid. We have joined it. People before us have joined it, and they have achieved great things. And I also want to tell them that whatever they are facing right now, it's just a stepping stone. Okay? That they should not give up their dreams. If you have a dream to become a scientist, if you have a dream to become an engineer, and people are laughing at you, just laugh at them back by being the engineer. Okay? We need more people, and you are the person that we need. It is possible. Yeah, and don't be lied to by the men that you are just a housewife or something like that. You can be more. Yeah.
You can be more. Okay, so I'd like to talk to this girl out there. Is this the camera?
Yes.
Okay, so can you see me? Okay, let's talk. First of all, you're in a position where you feel like you're not able to actually do what you dream. You dream about doing. First of all, let me explain to you something. You have found a dream. That dream, do you think it came to you by accident? No, it did not. That dream was given to you for a reason. You wanted to be an engineer. You wanted to be a scientist. You have had this feeling inside of you. Why are you ignoring it? First of all, stop ignoring it. Second of all, start believing in yourself. You are capable of great things. I am telling you this. You are very much capable. Second of all, identify that you actually do fear. Yeah, I know. You have fear. Now, look at it. So I'm looking at fear. And tell it, okay, say this after me. You are not defining me. Okay, yes? Now say it with me again. You will not define me. So fear, get out of the door. Get out. So you have identified your fear. You have identified that you actually do fear this thing. So work to like move forward and, not be distracted. Have a focus in your life. And something else I would also like to say is like, you have identified you're this kind of person, but everyone is telling you to be this other thing. For example, I have a best friend who likes to talk to me a lot, and she tells me, and I come to her, is like, nimeambiwa. And then she tells me, is like, you are a parrot. Be a parrot. You are an eagle. Be an eagle. You are a beaver. Be a beaver. You are a penguin. Be a penguin. Stop trying to be an eagle and you're a parrot. Imagine this world if we never had a bird that talks. No. So you have identified that you're actually an eagle and you want to soar up there. So don't let anything stop you. If it's somebody if you need somebody to actually support you and there's no one, God is there for you. Yo, I'm here for you. She's here for you. She's here for you. We are all here for you. So anything you need, being a mentor, someone to encourage you, yo, go forth. Do it. Yeah. Get into STEM. Get into it. And actually love the process. You're going to have challenges. It's life.
Yeah.
Challenges will always happen. They will always be there. But learn from them. God is not going to give you something that you cannot, rise up from. He knows that. Yeah, that's all.
Yes, you actually like preach.
Preach on!
That is how our podcast are like.
Wow. I think if you've not listened to her podcast, yes, right now, just after this, go to Dear Creative Me podcast and just listen to her.
You can just even go to Google. Just Google Dear Creative Me. It will come either on Google Podcasts. It will come. Okay, I haven't put it in Apple Podcasts. We don't have apples yet.
Okay.
So we are going to put it on Apple Podcast, and it's also on other platforms like there's so many. Which one?
If we just Google,
Google Dear Creative Me is there. It's there for you.
And something that I've learned about you guys, STEM is not boring.
Oh, it is not. Do I look boring to you?
Have you ever got to a place and told people that you do STEM and they give you that look like, that's so beautiful, but they actually don't take you serious?
Yeah, and then they actually call you a nerd. They expect you to dress in such a way that it's so boring. Expect you to live a very boring life. But actually, there's this lady I remember. She's the person who discovered things that led to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. She was so beautiful, and she was a model. Yeah. So is that boring?
No.
So you can be a model, you can be everything, but also in STEM. Just to be a full package. It can be beauty with brains, not just beauty and brains. The whole package.
So you're a woman, you come as a package. I'm bringing beauty, I'm bringing brains, I'm bringing everything with me.
You have it all. STEM is really awesome.
Yeah. So any lady who is doing anything, they are passionate about different things, they really have to understand that this can also be a space for them. Thank you so much, ladies. I'm so happy to have you. The welcome was nice. I really loved, and this is simply amazing. Thank you for the cake. They have amazing cakes, by the way. If you want to order, kindly do one at Freedom Bakers, and they deliver. They make everything. Their cake is so amazing. They also give me coffee. Coffee is my favorite beverage, and
I love coffee. I honestly love coffee. There's this friend of mine. She's actually a photographer. She's called Dafano, and then she tells me that whenever she listens to me, like sometimes I give voice notes, or when she listens to my podcast, she says like, your voice I hear and they're like coffee. You have a caffeinated voice. I actually love coffee. I'm glad to know somebody loves coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Do you love
everything.
coffee?
It's nice.
Yeah.
I also love coffee.
Wow. Yeah. Everybody needs coffee. Yeah. Thank you so much, ladies. And I look forward to having more sessions like this with beautiful ladies like you. Yeah, asanteni sana.
We are so glad to have had you. We are glad you like the welcome. And we would like to do this more often, get this place going, this thing going, this thing you're doing. Amazing, guys. Support her. Because,
thank you.
if you don't, I don't know what else you're doing. Yeah.
And we hope that with time you will grow. We want to see you in international places.
Thank you.
Amen. Everybody say amen.
Amen.
We believe that you're going places. This is really admirable.
Thank you.
Okay, can I do the ending of this thing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anyway, everyone, this is the stamp. This is the episode we were doing, and we are so glad that you have reached a point where you've watched us to the end. I'm like, big up. So that's it for this episode, and we hope that you listen to more of this and that you did not get out of this the same way you came.